Hello, first graders and first grade families. It's Mrs. Croissant with today's read aloud. It's such a beautiful day. I thought we would get outside. So I'm sitting in my backyard getting ready to read you chapter 7. So yesterday when we last read and met Jack and Annie, they were inside the pyramid and they were with the ghost queen and they had to give her a message. So they read the hieroglyphs to tell her the message. And then they said, "What does that mean?" And she said, "Come." And she floated away. So I think maybe in chapter 7 we might find out what that message meant. So let's see. Chapter 7, the scroll. The scroll. I'm not even sure what scroll is. Let's find out. Jack put the scepter and his notebook and pencil into his pack. He and Annie followed the ghost queen deeper into the pyramid until they came to some stairs. "The stairs," said Jack and Annie. The ghost queen floated up the stairs. Jack and Annie followed. The ghost queen floated right through a wooden door. Jack and Annie pushed on the door. It opened slowly. They stepped into a cold, drafty room. The ghost queen was nowhere in sight. Dim torchlight lit the huge room. It had a very high ceiling. On one side was a pile of tables, chairs, and musical instruments. On the other side of the room was a small wooden boat. "The boat," said Jack. "Remember the hieroglyphs? Remember stairs, boat. What's it doing inside Queen Hatupi's pyramid?" asked Annie. "Maybe it's supposed to carry her to the next life," said Jack. He and Annie went over to the boat. They looked inside it. The boat was filled with many things: gold plates, painted cups, jeweled goblets, woven baskets, jewelry with blue stones, small wooden statues. "Look," said Jack. He reached into the boat and lifted out a clay jug. "The jug," said Annie. Remember the jug? So far they've come to the stairs, the boat, and now the jug. Jack looked inside the jug. "Something's in here," he said. "What is it?" asked Annie. Jack felt down inside the jug. "It feels like a big napkin," he said. "The folded cloth," said Annie. Jack reached into the jug and pulled out the folded cloth. It was wrapped around an ancient-looking scroll. Jack slowly unrolled the scroll. It was covered with wonderful hieroglyphs. That's more words, more Egyptian words. "The Book of the Dead," whispered Annie. "We found it. We found her book." "Oh, man!" Jack traced his finger over the scroll. It felt like very old paper. "Queen Hatupi's," called Annie. "We have it. We found your Book of the Dead." Silence. "Queen!" So here's Jack and Annie, the boat, with all those treasures inside. The jug, the scroll. Some other jugs over here. We're seeing all kinds of treasures. This boat's pretty big. It goes from all the way here, all the way over there. And look, you can see all the hieroglyphic writing on the wall over there. Then another door on the other side of the chamber, great open. In there, said Annie. Maybe she's in there. Jack's heart was pounding. Cold air was coming through the open doorway. Come on, said Annie. Wait. No, said Annie. She's waited 1,000 years for her book. Don't make her wait any more. Jack put the ancient scroll into his backpack. Then he and Annie slowly started across to the drafty room. They came to the open door. Annie went through first. Hurry, Jack, she said. Jack stepped into the other room. It was nearly bare, except for a long gold box. The box was open. The cover was on the floor. Queen Hatipi? Called Annie. Silence. We found it, said Annie. Your Book of the Dead? There was still no sign of the Ghost Queen. The gold box glowed. Jack could barely breathe. Let's leave the scroll on the floor and go, he said. No, I think we should leave it in there, said Annie. She pointed to the gold box. No, said Jack. Don't be afraid, said Annie. Come on. Annie took Jack by the arm. They walked together across the room to the glowing gold box. They stepped in front of the box and they peered inside. It means to look inside. Peer means to look at something. And that's it. That was chapter 7. So tomorrow we will meet and find out what was inside that gold box. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.